Into B comes in, smokes. You see double smokes in the same place there. Simple just jumping casually into the side. He's gonna fall down again. What is this clutch from Simple? Are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, Simple. That's not allowed. This is not FPL. This is a major.
He gets disconnected from his Mercy, finds himself in Pine's crosshairs right there. They continue to get, he's so aggro on this McCree, he rolls in, somersaults in, that's another.
Bing and EDG have the man advantage, the Nexus will go down, and against all odds, EDG will be your 2021 World Champions.
There's no time, he just has to watch that clock tick down, this is it, Na'Vi have taken the major.
Okay, Mark goes in, he gets a different way, does get marked though. Prowler, not a problem just yet. Another
No way! Oh my God,
John! The man can do no wrong! One of the greats!
eSports stands for electronic sports, and it can be defined as when a multiplayer video game is played competitively for spectators by professional players, and by that definition, it functionally operates the same as traditional sports, with the only difference being the use of video games instead of outdoor games. Moving on, eSports is a general term used to describe any multiplayer game played competitively, whether it be an MMORPG, FPS or tactical shooter, and not a singular game. Due to this, eSports organizations typically own teams in multiple video games that are involved in eSports. So why the sudden popularity of eSports in recent years? Well, to players whom are interested in becoming a pro player in eSports, it normally starts due to being skilled at a particular video game. But what drives them to continue pursuing this field is the experience of being part of a team, leading the team, teamwork, and the chance of fame while competing in a game that you enjoy and potentially earn large amounts of money in doing. To the viewers, eSports allows them to not only be entertained by the gameplay of players at the highest skill level, but also allows them to learn from their gameplay, so they can apply what they've seen in professional play and do it in their own gameplay while improving themselves. The majority of fans of eSports are young people whom have grown up playing video games more than traditional sports, and so eSports provide them an opportunity to be a sports fan of a game they personally play more and enjoy more compared to traditional sports. As mentioned before, eSports is a general term that doesn't define one game, but what are the most popular eSports games or the big eSports event that people look forward to? Well, the most popular eSports event include League of Legends Worlds, Dota 2's The International, Counter-Strike Global Offensive ESL Pro League, the Overwatch League, and Valorant's VCT Champions Tour. As each event is handled by different companies, each event is handled differently from each other management-wise, but can be generalized as many teams that are each owned by different organizations competing against one another.
In the world of competitive gaming, a revolution has taken place. What was once a niche hobby has transformed into a global phenomenon. Esports or electronic sport has captured the heart and mind of millions of fans worldwide. Before the explosion of esports, it all began with a passionate community of gamers, fueled by their love for competition. The earliest tournaments were modern, with players gathering in small venues, driven solely by their passion for their games. But this pioneer lays the groundwork for what was to come. Fast forward to today, and the landscape of the esports has undergone a dramatic transformation. Stadiums once reserved for traditional sports are now filling with roaring crowd cheering on their favorite team and player. Prize pool has skyrocketed into millions, attracting the attention of sponsors and investors from all corners of the globe. Esports has created opportunities that were once unimaginable. Professional players has become superstars, adored by fans and commanding global recognition. The dedication, skills, and strategic thinking required to excel in esports rivals those of traditional sports, and The best part is accessible to anyone with a passion for gaming, irrespective of their background or physical abilities. And what lies ahead? The future of eSport is brimming with exciting possibility. Technology advances such as wider reality, augmented reality, and 5G connectivity promise to elevate the eSport experience to new heights. We can imagine a world where fans can step into game computing alongside their idols or experiencing matches from the best seat in the house. Furthermore, the growth of the eSport has fostered diverse and inclusive communities. Esports transcends borders, cultures, and language, bringing people together through the universal language of gaming. The inclusive nature is one of the driving forces behind the rapid expansion of esports, making it a truly global phenomenon. As we reflect on the before, witness the exhaling after a evasion, the future of esports is clear that this is more than just a passing trend. Esports has solidified its place in the entertainment industry, capturing the heart of a generation and captivating audience worldwide. It will impact continues to be felt for years to come. So whether you are dedicated fans and aspiring professional or someone just discovering that the world of esports, get ready for a farewell journey ahead. The best is yet to come, ever evolving world of esports.
When it comes to esports, the majority of the up-and-coming talent are the younger generation. That being said, the younger generation poses the biggest untapped potential for esports as a whole, and the benefits go both ways for both the players and the leagues. Many modern game leagues such as Valorant Champions Tour and Counter-Strike Global Offensive have junior squads where young talent is nurtured and later on introduced to the big stage. Some examples of this nurtured young talent include Mohammad Shalabi from Red Bull Campus Clutch, who went on to be a stand-in for Team Vitality's Valorant team, as well as Ilya Monesi Osipov and Andrzej NPL Kukarskish, who both came from the Na'Vi Counter-Strike Global Offensive Junior Squad and went on to represent big organizations such as the big lineup for Natus Vincia and G2 Esports. Besides sponsorships, publicity and viewership is also a huge source of income for many esports leagues. Many members of the community come to professional tournaments online and in person to spectate their favorite teams, and especially up-and-coming talent. This not only applies to specific teams like Sentinels, Na'Vi or Fnatic, but also for players of different nationalities who attract a huge number of supporters. These young talents are paid well and looked after, as well as receive the proper training and guidance, and in return they are flown all over the world with teams to compete in the biggest tournaments and leagues. Some examples include Tuis from Team Loud, Alphayear from Team Fnatic, and, as I mentioned earlier, Monesi from G2.
Here are the advantages of esports and opportunities. One main advantage is good chance of business opportunities. There is a quote from Albert Einstein, "Everybody is a genius." Esports is basically an entertainment for the audience. However, for players, it's for showcasing their geniuses in their respective game and for their career. Secondly, there is no courses in become professional in esports. Although there is some place that started academies for gaming since they are looking for new players, but in general, you don't have to go through any courses. Join the competition whenever in hell. When you are good enough, the authorities will recognize you and scouted you for the team, sponsorship, and etc. Thirdly, esports helps players to boost self-confidence and player socialization. Video games in general is an indoor activities, while casual gamer able to interact with other players through online. Socialization in video games are different than the general socialization. So when a player joining esports communities, they are able to talk about something with sheer confidence due to similar mind, hobby, and passion. Lastly, the advantages I will mention is esports games mainly involve players with good critical thinking skills. Gaming, especially competitive gaming and esports, requires players to make split-second decisions over and over. Competitive gaming is like chess. Strategies, adaptation, analyze opponent habit is required here.
Sponsorship and advertising deals in esports offer unique opportunities for brands to connect with a high engage demographic of young and tech-savvy consumers. Through strategic partnerships, business can amplify their brand presence, boost brand affinity, and reach new audience in a way that traditional advertising channels cannot. From prominent logo placement on team jersey and in-game banners to branded content integration and social media collaboration, the possibility for creative activation are boundless. Esports events provide ideal stage for product launch, experiential market campaigns, and cross-promotion initiatives. The numbers speak for themselves. According to the recent studies, the global esports audience is projected to reach over 600 million viewers by the end of the year. Viewership and engagement level rival those of traditional sport, attracting a high coveted demographic of young adults with significant buying power. The leading brands across various industries have already harnessed the power of esports, sponsorships, and advertising. They have witnessed firsthand the impact it can have on brand awareness, consumer loyalty, and revenue growth. From technology giants and energy drinks manufacturers to apparel brands and automobile companies, the esports landscape offers a diverse range of opportunities for all.
The question that people have after learning about the salaries of pro players and the prize pools of the many tournaments is how esports are able to provide so much money even though it's still a young field. Well, it's able to provide this prize money that even rival prize money of traditional sports due to the many esports leagues being at a global scale. Esports is able to be enjoyed worldwide compared to the Super Bowl of traditional sports only being popularized in the US. The sponsors that are trying to promote their product globally to a young audience provide massive sponsorship deals leading to high prize money. As mentioned before, esports rely on advertisements as a source of income for their respective leagues. However, that's not their only source of income, as they also have income through the selling of merchandise of the teams and production of streaming or video content. Some esports leagues even sign exclusivity deals with certain platforms such as YouTube or Twitch, so that their specific platform get the main content of the esports leagues first. We've mainly highlighted the players in esports, but like regular sports, there's more to it than just the players. Teams in esports have coaches, analysts, managers, public relation teams, publicists, and more. These roles need people who are educated in their respective roles such as data analysis, management, advertising, etc. Thus, esports do require highly educated people to be the backbone of the organizations. Although it is not necessary for the players to have a degree, but the same can be said for traditional sports. I believe that video games and participating in esports do not go against any religious views, but as all things, it should not be overdone. For example, one should not be playing video games to the point they do not realize how much time has passed, leading to skipping of meals or an unhealthy lifestyle. Consequently, to prevent any overdoing, most teams have health managers that make sure players maintain a healthy lifestyle, a good diet, and overall stay healthy. In conclusion, there are many benefits to esports, and it can only grow as the audience and fan base of esports also grow as the years go by. Several colleges throughout the world have already acknowledged the potential in esports and provide an esports scholarship where students join a collegiate team of a respective game. Esports can also be a good source of advertising for the respective games, as seeing the top level of play inspires fans to recreate similar plays in their own gameplay, causing more video game companies to provide support to esports. Esports also allow the making of history and storylines, as many players whom have played the game for a long time have a rich history with the game, and these stories come to light due to esports. These stories elevate the stakes of matches and create a situation where fans cheer for their favorite players to win. All in all, esports is still in its early stages, so the current environment may seem unstable at the moment, but is sure to grow with enough care and support.
Sunday, and you cruising down Crenshaw in a motherfucking 6'4". Come on, say that shit like you believe it, man. Like it's your word, still that shit. Stop playing around, loosen the fuck